Now to our continuing exclusive live coverage of Super Bowl 53 with the big game just a few days away. Rams fans no doubt getting excited to see their team play for the championship.
Our own Dave Alley is live in Atlanta where Rams fans are making their way into the city. Dave, before you left for Georgia, you spoke with a local Rams fan who has an amazing connection to the organization.
I certainly do, Scott. Very unique connection. I think a lot of people will be surprised, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I'm 2,300 miles away from the Central Coast here in Atlanta, Georgia. But I know that there's a lot of Rams fans back home on the Central Coast. Certainly it's a fan base that we know is growing because of the team's recent success. Now, before I came out here east, I was able to speak to a Santa Maria man who's actually been cheering on the team long before the team returned back to Los Angeles 3 years ago. And for good reason.
This is the newspaper article from the championship game.
Buck Waterfield's hallway is like a trip back in Rams history, a team he's loved his entire life.
I think I said Rams was probably the first words I said before I said mom or dad. That was taken right after they won the 51 championship, and Dad's in the middle.
His dad, none other than Hall of Fame Rams quarterback Bob Waterfield.
He was the best quarterback in the NFL. Last of the three-way quarterbacks. He punted, he kicked extra points, he kicked field goals, and played defense.
An LA native, Waterfield led the then Cleveland Rams to the world title as a rookie in 1945. After the team moved west, he guided them to another championship in 1951.
Dad was Mr. Ram because I think that's what got the Ram franchise going when they came to LA, and then they did so well, and then they won another world title. It just kind of solidified the Los Angeles Rams.
And he adds something else helped popularize the Rams.
This is Mom's most famous movie with Marilyn Monroe.
Waterfield's marriage to Buck's mom, Hollywood legend Jane Russell.
My parents' friends were people like Clark Gable and, Elroy Hirsch, and we had Hollywood people at our house, and then NFL players at the house.
Even with two famous parents, Buck recalls a childhood he says was just like everyone else.
There really wasn't anything different. I always ask people, well, when you did something wrong at home, did you get in trouble for it? And they go, yeah, and so did I.
But he also regularly spent time with luminaries like Bob Hope and George Burns.
It was special having access. I had access to a lot of things that most people wouldn't have. So that part was a lot of fun.
Buck also happily remembers family trips up to the Central Coast.
My dad and my mom would come up, and we spent quite a bit of time in Santa Maria and in the surrounding area here.
It's been 68 years since Buck's dad led the Rams to their first and only NFL championship in Los Angeles. With this year's team now just one win away from matching that feat, there's no doubt who he'll be rooting for this coming Sunday.
I hope the Rams can win this game. I think it would be great now that they're back. I think it's going to mean a lot to them to have another world title in LA.
But it's something he adds won't be easy.
I do believe that the Rams can beat them if they play their game, but I wouldn't count Bill Belichick and the Patriots out.
Yeah, Buck is a big fan of the Patriots head coach, but yeah, make no doubt he'll be rooting for the Rams. Won't be here at the game. Instead, he'll be back home in Santa Maria, rooting on the team, hoping that they do indeed win that elusive first championship since 1951 as the Los Angeles Rams. Reporting live in Atlanta, Georgia, Dave Alley, KCOY 12 Central Coast News.
Thanks so much, Dave.
Yeah, what a terrific story.